Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're actually going on a surprise adventure. I'm just gonna take you there today. So I'm obviously in my car because we're going somewhere. We're gonna be filming at this location. I can't really guarantee that we're gonna get anything, but we're gonna go and we're gonna see what we get. And I think it's gonna be really interesting. So this is definitely a follow-up to the old Blackford County Jail episode. If you guys haven't seen that episode, I would suggest watching that episode before watching this. Also, good news, I have a new camera. So this is the GoPro Hero 8. Please be patient with me. I don't really know how to use it. I had to buy some extra stuff for it. So if the shots don't turn out good, that's my fault. Don't be mad at me though. So this is the camera that I'm going to be shooting the tours and stuff with from now on. So, and I'm sorry that I keep looking up, but it's the only way that I can see myself. I know that this down here, but up is how I can see myself and how the shot looks. So anyway, so I am going to be driving to a special location today. So I'm just going to get going, and then I'll meet back up with you when I get there. Here's the little funeral home thing, the parlor and everything. It's really pretty. So I was talking to the lady. She said a lot of people come here to visit the specific person that I'm looking for. She said it's very popular for people to come here. I asked her if I could walk, and she said there's 26 miles of cemetery here. Which is a lot. So she told me to drive. So I'm gonna drive, and then we'll pick back up there. So here's the map that she gave me. This huge map. So we're, oh geez, I can't even see. So we're here, and then we have to go all the way this way. She said drive under the bridge and then turn left. I'm sorry, you guys probably won't be able to see very much. Left, so that's 49. She said we're looking for section 44. So this would be 47 over here. They've got it all divvied up into sections. I'm also trying to drive. So this would be 44. Section 44. And she said we are going to park down on this side. I'm gonna let this person go first. I just don't want to park on anybody, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys? Okay, guys, I'm at the cemetery now, so here's what I see. Slow pan. She said the person that I am looking for is in this section, so I'll also give you a little bit of story while we're walking. That's my car. All right, car, be safe. Basically, what happened was I went on the old Blackford County Jail investigation, and I started doing some research because the name John Dillinger came up a lot, and we talked about him in the last episode, how he was a prolific gangster and like mob material, robbed banks and stuff like that. And I was doing a little bit of research because I really didn't even know who he was. Oh shit, I'm kind of lost. So I really didn't even know who he was, and a lot of it that surprised you guys for some reason. You think that I know stuff, and I just don't. Anyway, so basically I started doing some research on like how to spell his name and stuff like that, because I wanted to make sure that it was right for the post that I did on Instagram. Basically, I was doing some research, and I found out that he's actually buried here in Indianapolis. This is where he was born, and I did not know that. So I figured that it was only right that we came and stopped at his grave. So I'm trying to find it right now. So I'm looking in this section here, section 44. She narrowed it down for me, which is pretty cool. But as far as the eye can see, you can see headstones. 44 is on this side of the road over here. She said that not only is he buried here, but his dad is also buried here. He has the same name. So let's not get confused about which Dillinger we're looking for. She said he's not too far in. She said it should be easy to find. George John. Okay, John is the last name. Duh. Duh, Amber. Let's not get lost. Oh my gosh, you guys. Help me! Can't find what I'm looking for. Like, look at the date on some of these. 1941. I love those projects that people do where they come out and they work on the headstones and they clean them for people. I think that is just one of the greatest. I'm trying not to walk on your headstone. I know. I think that's like one of the greatest things that you could ever do. She said, I'll know I'm in the area when I'm in the area. Which doesn't seem helpful because, I mean, look at this. You guys, 26 miles of cemetery. How crazy is that? This will be fun. I said, Amber, it'll be so easy. It'll be so easy. It'll be so easy. No, it's not easy. There's John Stired. You think it will be easy. But it's not. It's not easy. Okay. I think I'm way too far from, she said he wouldn't be in too far, so, and I'm almost to the other side of the road over here. There's somebody mowing. So I think I've gone too far, guys. I don't know if your guys' grandparents are still alive or not, but my grandma is, but my grandpa passed away a while ago. 2011, 2012 is when he passed away, and I remember going to the cemetery because I didn't get the chance to go to the funeral. I actually didn't live close, so I wasn't able to go to the funeral for my grandpa, which kind of sucked. But oh, here are the really old ones, you guys. Look, they don't even okay, I think we're getting close now, finally. Anyway, so I hadn't been to my grandpa's cemetery plot, so I had to look for it, and nobody pointed me in the direction that it was supposed to be in. So I was looking and looking, and oh my gosh, it took me forever to find my grandpa's headstone, but I finally found it. Okay, so I think we're starting to get in the area because a lot of these, I don't know, because they all look old, right? Right? I don't know, guys. Also, check this out. So they have some facing this way, and then they have some facing this way. So how did they bury the bodies, guys? Did they bury them like foot to foot? You know, like that? So at this point, I'm just walking around. I'm lost. She said he wouldn't be that far in, so let's circle back. I'll give you a shot of this too. Oh, Jesus Christ. Flinging stuff around. There's a little mausoleum over there. I need help. I can't find it. I swear, if I walked past it and I didn't even realize it, I'm gonna be so irritated. This is cool. There's my car. Hi, car. Miller. I don't know if y'all have ever spent time looking around a cemetery to try to find one specific person. That's what I'm dealing with. Those aren't it, right? She said it's not gonna stand out because they're not new, obviously. She said they're not like polished, so it's not gonna stand out to you. She should have been a little bit more specific, you know what I mean? A little bit more specific. I haven't found any Dillinger at all. Any Dillinger. Oh God. If he was this close to the road, she would have wanted me to park as soon as I came in, right? right? Dillinger. Oh my gosh, hold on, I just found it. Wait, there's one, hold on. Ah, you guys know I have a thing about walking over graves. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to make my way around because I see a Dillinger. Oh my gosh. The way that they, okay, here we go. There's a Dillinger. But, okay, she said check the back. Wait, okay, there's a Dillinger right here. Okay, wait. So you go, Dillinger, because this is popular, and I should have seen that when I first came in. But, okay, so we have John Dillinger, 1943. And this one's Molly Dillinger, 1907. And then we've got John H. Dillinger Jr., 1934. I think this is the one that we're looking for. Because the coins, guys, people leave stuff. They come here and they leave stuff. How long did that take? Too long? Too long to find what we were looking for? All right, so here's the deal. I'm willing to do some sort of investigation, but the problem is I'm not okay with using spirit box at the cemetery because I feel like it's like semi kind of disrespectful. Not that I'm trying to be that way or anything. Not that anybody who does that is disrespectful. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, for me, I don't think that that's okay. There's a lot of graves here, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people who come here to visit family, not to do what I'm doing. So I don't want to interrupt anybody who's grieving or anything like that. So I can run EVP. However, there is somebody over there doing a little leaf blowing. A little reef blowing going on. So we can just sit here. I'm happy that I found it. Let me double check that this is the correct one. I'm pretty sure he died in 34. This camera is really nice. I hope that you can hear me. God, if you haven't been able to hear me this entire time, I feel really bad for you. Because this has been fun. There's also flowers here. Isn't that interesting that somebody got him flowers? But to be honest, I thought about it too. So, doesn't surprise me. All right, yep. So, his date of burial was July 25th of 1934. So this is 1934. So this is the accurate one. So he is buried next to Molly Dillinger, who died in 1907. Is Molly his mother? Do I not know? Nothing. So it looks like there was talk back in 2019 about digging up his grave and seeing if it was actually him, because for some reason the FBI had some concern over whether or not who died was actually him. So they wanted proof that it was him, so they talked about it, and it looks like the cemetery actually decided against that. They refused to let people come and dig him up, so, which is great because that's a recipe for a haunting. So I guess another thing, so I mean, we can try for EVPs if you guys want. So another thing of mine is, like, a lot of you guys do believe in heaven and hell. So I'm just gonna start my video recorder and I'm just gonna set it down. So me personally, I don't overly believe in like a heaven or a hell. I don't know why, but that's just my personal belief. So basically, let's say you do believe in heaven and hell. So my question would be, if you're trying to get a hold of somebody who, you know, if you're trying to get EVPs, are you only going to get EVPs from a spirit, or are you only going to get, like, can you even get EVPs from somebody who's in heaven or hell? You know, if you believe in that kind of thing. Or is it just automatically everybody who's dead becomes a spirit? Like, that's kind of the questions that I have as an investigator. And it's kind of, you know, what I'm looking for. Somebody asked me the other day if I could contact Jesus. Okay, me personally, I'm not a religious person. I know that Jesus was a person who did exist, but my question is, you know, if Jesus is righteous and stuff like that, wouldn't he go to heaven? And can I even contact him when he's in heaven? Is that even a thing? I guess that's something that I kind of think about. So like, would he even come up across the spirit box, or would he even speak through an audio recorder? Like, I guess those are just things that I think about. So anyway, so we're just gonna do a small EVP session next to his grave. So I am trying not to sit on him. That's not gonna be something that we do. So do you want to tell me a little bit about yourself? I mean, we obviously know who you are. There are some cars moving around. I think EVPs outside are so hard to do because like you've got wind contamination, and then like I can't tell other people to get away from me. Like that's not something that I can do. I also can't like rent out the whole cemetery and be here by myself kind of thing. So I guess that's just something that you have to deal with. You also have like birds making noise, anything outside that would make noise, leaves rustling, cars driving by, things like that. That's always something that you have to worry about when you're doing EVPs. I think that's why EVPs like inside of an old building are a lot easier, is because you don't have to worry about that. Do you have a favorite car, John? Was robbing banks difficult for you? Not really like a cemetery person. I don't normally go to cemeteries. Again, that's something that I used to do back in the day. I don't really do that anymore. Because I feel like cemeteries should be like peaceful, you know, like that's where people rest for eternity. Do you want to talk about how you died? Did you enjoy your life? I will say this is a nice little spot right here. It's very like, I don't want to say cozy because cozy sounds weird, but it's very like, for one, I'm outside in the sun, so it's very warm, and it's not next to like a really busy, like bustling street. This street over here isn't that busy. It's kind of, well, there goes a small dump truck, but other than that, it's not very busy, which is pretty cool. You guys can see some of the little stones over there, the headstones. But I just thought that it was really cool that he's buried here. And I was like, kind of missing out on an opportunity if I don't go there. And I just figured that I'd take you guys along for the fun. I really don't expect to get any EVPs or anything like that. Because that's just the way that it goes when you're outside. I don't really view cemeteries as being haunted because typically hauntings take place whenever, you know, there's been a tragedy or something unfinished business, kind of like that, or like with residual energy, it's stuff that just happens again and again and again. And I really don't see that taking place in a cemetery, although it could. Maybe if there was like a car accident outside of the cemetery, that could explain something like that. But as far as cemeteries being haunted, I know a lot of people view them as being haunted, but I think it's just like a final resting place kind of thing. I don't really view them as being haunted because they're unfinished business, or typically they would go to somewhere where they were happiest or at their saddest, somewhere where it's comfortable for them or where they can finish their business. Now, I know that
nothing of what I say has proof to it. So, I mean, I guess that's the fun part about the paranormal, is it happens here and there, and then there's like not really too much sorry, my paper is flying away. Not really too much like factual stuff behind it, but so I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe cemeteries are really, really haunted, and you know, stuff happens in cemeteries all the time. I've never really experienced anything in a cemetery, so I guess that's just me. The paranormal is always up to the viewer. It's not really factual. So I mean, I guess more than anything, I'm probably here to pay my respects rather than going and looking for his spirit. And I don't know, that sounds weird. I like the cool, like, calm energy. You know, it's not, it's different from, you know, you go to some of these places and they're super chaotic and they're really heavy, and that's all you can feel, and that's sometimes all you can focus on. But when you're someplace like this, it's cool, and it's, you know, not very lively, and, you know, the energy is just, I almost said restful, but I don't know if restful is even a word. The energy is just calm and collected, and it just makes you peaceful, basically. I guess that's why I've always enjoyed going to cemeteries. Not so much for like investigating purposes, but just to be like grounded, if you know what I mean. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm sorry if you don't. Just to be like centered, I guess, would be another word for that. All right, thank you for having us. It was nice seeing you. And I hope that people continue to visit your grave, and I hope that they're respectful to you. And I hope that you enjoy people coming. Oh, there's also a Lizzie Fields Dillinger. Died in 1933. I don't know who that is. I know who none of these people are. I told you guys, I don't know anything about John Dillinger. And I'm sorry that I didn't know anything. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you like that video, subscribe. I understand that it's not like what I normally do, but I kind of just felt like I had to come and just pay my respects. I know a lot of what I do is like calling out spirits and just trying to talk to them, and you know, sometimes it's just nice to like sit back and just appreciate life as a whole and just be respectful. So all right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.